on second down. Now Wilson on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Hauschka to send this one away following the score. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
It's like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
I was caught up in the home, I was caught up in the cars, caught up in the money, caught up in the lie. I would have been here sooner. I got caught up in the dope game. It's hard to see how it was burning. I got caught up in the dope game. Certain type of way. Certain type of way. I got caught up in the dope game. Certain type of way. Sorry to the way. I got covered in a dope game.
Looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offense coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
ZipRecruiter makes hiring simple. One click and your job is posted to over 200 job sites. Use ZipRecruiter's dashboard to easily screen and evaluate candidates and find the right hire fast. ZipRecruiter, the fastest way to hire. Now try ZipRecruiter free. Just click the banner now or go to ZipRecruiter.com/Pandora. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Pandora.
Discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so, because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action to bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. In motion is the tight end Graham. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
7 yards to go on second down. Shipped together here from the D-line. In motion is the tight end Graham. On second down, Rawls. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll lead to a first and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They'll get it up the middle. And work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
You know, it really fires up offensive line. When the guy that is carrying the ball behind him can create his own space and can break a tackle along the way.
Somebody shouted, she read the text me on phone. Somebody trying to set the back on me.
Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing it by action since you ran it twice. I think the second down is a time to action throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Jimmy Graham taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's good. 14-0. Couch get out and send this one away from the score. Russ is fielded at the goal line. And some coverage there by the kick team as they're at the 16-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
Money, power, respect. Rich gang. Mr. Take, Mr. Kill. We the street, we the best.
Murray the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he's got some space here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
first play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. The guy carried the ball. He was the finisher. Really nice run.
On second down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. Going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
I know many people like to throw it to the tight end, maybe in a little flex down position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing. Their speed and their route running staff.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the D-line pitching together must be expecting to run.
Changes the play a little bit now for the guy calling the plays. Second and 8. That's got the ball to go to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Whatever you want, you and I know what's going on. It's the payback. I knew you bitch niggas from way back. Niggas we strapping back. You know what we played at. All you old rappers trying to dance. It's all over, man. Take it like a man. Niggas looking like Larry Holmes, slapping sick.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing his car on third down. Flushed out right. Carr's got him. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. It really pays off.
Here comes a number 6 on this drive. Second down, just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He'll get nothing out of that one until they lead to a third down. Carr gonna throw. Incomplete. He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. And now it's 4th down. Off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. This official. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here for the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Read about my life in the papers. All my run-ins with authorities, felonious capers. And you wanna let it go. So it's a house of dimes. Niggas that don't rhyme, right? 6 million movies. Going up against the wall. Close his eyes. Right. Goodbye. Let the real
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
It's all right. So when my true motherfuckers look. It's all right.
Finds Crabtree for the completion. 17 yards on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Looking to speed things up here with some tempo. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Clyde Wolford from 21 yards away. And the Raiders are back within a score. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because usually coverage should take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap and they exploited it.
Switch to Sprint to get 4 lines of unlimited data, talk, and text, plus HD video and 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot after just $22.50 per month per line for 4 lines. That's 50% off Verizon Unlimited and AT&T Unlimited customers. Hurry in for the best unlimited plan ever.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll move this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now Wilson on first down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Wilson on second down. Timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So 2nd and 10 here. They snap it and 1. Now Wilson. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. This a 33-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
And that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20. He's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out here in the eye. They begin the drive with a 1-line marker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Final shot here before half for Carr. He's got time in the pocket. And as he throws there, incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. Plenty more to see after the break. Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing down Wilson on first down. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
You see some defense, you know you're going to drag around on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a bouncer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Wilson again to Ross. It goes as a gain of 8. A nice strong run there for Ross. His coach is back in high school, Flint, Michigan. You know what his nickname was? No, it wasn't the train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that because when you're trying to deal with the train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you can get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
First down, this is Ross. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. On second down, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's brought down. We got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can cover for so long. So maybe they want to go play some blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try to get more pressure out of Johnson.
And he's brought down after a good game. They get 39 yards out of that one. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and Big gain. Let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the eye. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Hershey for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Hauschka to send this one away following the score. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play. A lot of the time, plays do script coming up. Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of start or open or whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Carr turns, hands to Murray. Room here to run. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more of a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it left side with Murray. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough.
At Trader Joe's, you don't often get a chance to stop and say thanks. There are loads of people to thank. On top of our list, you, our customers. Can you imagine customers at any other store taking the time to help a crew member?
Play clock winding
That kind
down.
of thing happens all the time at Trader Joe's. We just have the best
They'll give
customers.
it to him right
So
up the
thanks
gut.
to all
And
of
able
you
to
for
push his
shopping
way
with us.
forward here
For
for a
the
good
location
little
of the Trader
game.
Joe's in
It'll be a
Millwood,
5-yard
check us out
pickup
at
there, so from 2nd
traderjoes.com.
and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They say there are only 6 degrees of separation between you and anyone in the world. Make that 1 degree. And
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Global executives everywhere. Take advantage of their role.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Shift together here from the D-line. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray taking it in from the 20. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker blocking the get out in front. This time they did it to the right side.
Yeah, went to the right side. Is there a preference, right or left, for a lot of these guys that run the ball at this level?
I know in the good old days, most teams were constructed to run to the right side. I can't tell you exactly why. That was the power side. The left side was what they used to call the quick side. But in this case, the power won.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. And they're going to speed things up here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson on 2nd down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it appears it's a new set of downs.
That's good reach in the tight end, and I think they were looking at something that's sarcastic, frankly.
Absolutely. The beat size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, a flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Rolls the low man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see downloading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. They go again with Rawls. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
So white that one good cookie. Teacher used to say that I ain't mountain nothing. Kept the work up in that kitchen cupboard. Whipped it like I baked it in that easy oven. Everybody picked their poison, Islamic and Christian. Buddhist and Jewish, family religion is Jewish.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Young's dying nowadays, stressed up in the ghetto. They're strung along by the system. These crackers turn you to pilot. Nothing that who did it, catch you 187.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first. This from 47 yards out.
Been through shit that make you cry. How you choking up? By yourself in the darkest places, loaded. And now it's trying to propose it to my social. So fire.
It doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first, and then worry about getting the ball back. That may not matter now.
And the D-line pitching together must be expecting the run. Now Carr. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Good.
It's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And the last time that they were on the to feel a little demoralizing. Missed field goal, you know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times we see in games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big play for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did. I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Rolls the lone man in the backfield. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Following the penalty, it's Rolls. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and he'll leave it with a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down.
Tell me who deserved it. I was getting low, but I'm still observing.
Wilson to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's now 4th and 3.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's John Ryan now, as he should be able to pin it back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score for this. Onside kick, get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, and they'll take it from there.
It's going to be ripped up and driven down. Mike Bennett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now again, this is Murray. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They're back down to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down to follow. Now Carr, he's going to let it fly. They got his man complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. They come out here in the end. Carr to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend, because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots to the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue and they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to pull it forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So look at this. They're going for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Bangs it through. And high yards for that one as that drive ends in 3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Murray will set back. They'll get the football here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play, but still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.